And when you look at insurance or any industry really, most of the processes that have taken place or are in place today have been in place for a long time and have been in place that way because of limitations on what the software could accomplish. So somebody 20 years ago probably had the same idea of what that ideal process would look like, but they didn't have the tools to enable it. So I think the order of operations in my mind is building out that digital literacy so that you can actually understand again what that art of possible looks like. You recognize that, okay, so artificial intelligence is technology that is mimicking the way the human brain works. Great. Now, one level down, there are subcategories within artificial intelligence that are computer vision, which is mimicking the way that our eyes work and being able to take in visual input. There's speech technology that is taking in our speech and using it in a meaningful way. But both of those typically need to be coupled with something called natural language processing that helps the computer translate from the way humans speak into code. And so, like, those things all need to come together. But the use case of where you would put computer vision is different than the use case of where you would put speech technology. And again, that the natural language processing is probably layered on top of both of those scenarios to make it more meaningful. And so, understanding those different points and how all of those things come together then enables you to look at your process and say, hey, if I were going to do this with as little friction as possible, I might want to change this part of the process. And I might want to, like, I've seen some companies in the adjusting space, like, I might want to have, my phone out capturing information or capturing visual input while I'm there so that if I'm not as an experienced as an adjuster as somebody else might be, I can have that backup of artificial intelligence to flag me of something that I might not have recognized with my own eyes. Still somebody there, still somebody who is an expert, but also is being trained by that artificial intelligence and or somebody on the back end reviewing that as a quality control. That improves the overall experience. It helps train that end user who's in the field doing the inspection, but also gives people that sense of expertise and kind of like backup on that new person being there doing the adjusting. And it can streamline a process as opposed to having to wait for an expert to come out and ride along with that person that's training and do all these other things. So you're streamlining the process, but you might not know that you can do that if you don't understand how the technology works. And so it's like that combination of first the knowledge base that comes with like digital literacy combined with like relooking at processes and then figuring out where that technology can come in to enable a different way to do things.